You know this guy, Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps is one of the most decorated athletes of all time. And as you can imagine, you cannot get this kind of awards with a boat loaded of hard work and dedication. But Michael, he has in his physiological characteristics a number of quirks that support the nickname that he got, that is the flying fish. Why is he the flying fish? Because the wingspan distance between his tips of his hands is so big. In a normal person, this distance should be more or less the size of our head, with plus minus 2 or 3 centimeters. For Michael, he has 7.6 centimeters larger than his head. Then he has the low body and upper body dimension. Michael has an upper body dimension that is equivalent of a person with 2.07 meters, and the lower body dimension that is equivalent of a person of 1.8 meters. So he's not proportional at all, but he has a very strong dorsal. Okay? He also has one very important characteristic, that is almost all swimming athletes, they have something that we call hyperextension of knees and elbows. This is something that you can gain with training. But what Michael has is on the extremity of his legs, something that his rivals do not have, that are a foot, that is a foot, size 50, that acts like a fin. And he has something else, that is how his body deals with lactic acid. When you start sports or performing an activity, your body starts producing this acid. And this acid brings fatigue and turns the muscle to slow down. And it was scientifically proved, because it was measured, that this person produces half of the lactic acid than his rivals. So it means that he recovers just in a few minutes. So it's very fast. And where are all those characteristics? Where are they in this body? Where they came from? Michael, he could choose in his life to be someone else or to do something else. But this man was made to swim and was made to win. And all those characteristics, they came from here, from his DNA. DNA is a crystal that exists inside your cells. It was pictured, so someone took a picture in the 50s. It was an amazing scientist, Rosalind Franklin. And this lady, for the first time, showed to the world how this crystal would like. But the point is that this took us 40 years to develop the technology that was able to go inside the cell, remove the crystal, and unfold it, to be able to read it, to read the chemistry, how it is. And the amazing thing is that this crystal is made by an alphabet of 4 letters, A, C, T, G. And each one of you has 3 billion letters of these 4 letters inside each one of your cells. And I really would like to show you how amazing, or what is the amount of information that you have. if I had the chance, I would bring something else here, but I will try to provide you the same feeling. See this shelf with all these books. For the first time, someone printed a human genome. And this is the human genome of a guy named Craig Venter, that one of the first persons that built the Human Genome Project to understand the human genome. So they printed Craig Venter genome. And this is why I could not bring all the books here. And as you can imagine, these books, they have 262,000 characters. And the weight, 450 kilos. So as you can imagine, it will be difficult to bring all the books here. Okay? But I brought one book. I brought the book, one of the books from chromosome 7. And in this book, I can open the book in one of the pages, and it looks like this. So I will start reading a little piece of the book for you. A, T, 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 G, G, C, C, A, G, T, T, G, A, C, C. It means perhaps nothing. But this sequence that is here reveals the color of your eyes. So this belongs to a gene that if that someone has that sequence will have blue eyes. At the same size, why did I choose chromosome 7? Because a little further in the book, I can find a place where there is a gene that if you have that gene, you will have a very terrible disease, cystic fibrosis, one of the most severe chromosomal dominant pathologies that can be heritage from your parents. And everything is in the same, those information is in the same book. And you could think, okay, based on those shelves, that we are really different. If I forget X and chromosome Y that made us man and woman, these 500 pages represent only the differences between all of us. All the remaining books are the same. But these pages, they say a lot about us. And for a long time, those pages and those informations have been used to explain human characteristics or to explain disease. And the point is, can your DNA coach you? Can we use this data to help us to be healthy? Not to talk about disease, not just to be curious about our height or our colors or our hair, but really help us in a daily basis. And the good news is yes. There's a new field that is being developed nowadays very fast because we have the data and we have the algorithms to use that data in a way that we can use the data to help you in a day basis, to unlock your hardwired potential, to help people to define a balanced and happy life, and to be healthy. That's what we want at the end of the day. Perhaps you have inside your genome an information that tells that you have a hidden secret and can be like a marathonist, or even that you have the potential to be a weightlifter, or just that you are protected from injury. And if you could use this in a daily basis in your life, you can be and to be happy and to be healthy. This is what we can already do. Use algorithms to provide you your, for example, athletic potential. We can use this data on workout plans. We can use this data in nutrition to tell you what you should eat because your body metabolizes better. And we can use this data just to help you to choose a lifestyle behavior that will make you healthy and that you will prevent this. In this case, we can see if this person, this is a high-performance athlete from Portugal that got an Olympic medal. As you can see, that person has an increased potential for power exercises, for endurance exercises, for power endurance. This is respiratory capacity, capacity for muscle building. Based on these data, you can define the sport that you would like to do. I didn't test Michael Phelps, as you can imagine. I would like to test him. But perhaps he has all this potential already encoded in his DNA. But you can also use this in nutrition, as I told you, to understand what are the food that you should eat. Sometimes you need to increase some ingredients. There are things that you should eat because your body is not processing or metabolizing well. So you need to compensate. And sometimes there are elements that are nutrients that you should reduce because your body will have problems to deal with them. I'm not saying that this data, and you can say, okay, this is just more data. True. But a very sizable and critical one. The data that will avoid to do trial and error, that will help you to define just from the beginning the best thing to do that is great for you as a unique human being. And as you can imagine, this data will help you to define a balanced path for your life. And balance can have many, many shapes. And believe me, this is the power of genetics. Thank you.